Hello again, grade 10 careers. So in Unit 3, we talked a little bit about what possible careers we might want to look at. Unit 4, which is the one we're doing the intro video for now, we want to actually start about how we're going to plan to pursue that career. So here we went on career cruising, we went on the occupation chooser, and we looked at some different careers that we might be interested in, wrote down details about those careers and why we would be a good fit for those careers. Now that we've kind of narrowed them down and we're looking at two or three of them, we want to start planning our pathway for how we're going to actually get into that career. Because as you all know, we have to shape our university or college choices based on that. We can't say we want to be a teacher and then go to college. You have to go to university to do that, obviously. So Unit 4 is all about planning your pathway. So we'll open up Unit 4. And as we scroll down, we'll see that now we're going to have 4 different assessments, okay? And I will be going through each one of those independently. This is a relatively longer unit, so there's a lot more resources that I put online, and I'll show you how to use those resources as we go along. So the first thing we want to do is consider this seminar again, of course. We want to talk about high school graduate requirements leading to post-secondary options, how to use My Blueprint to research course requirements for post-secondary programs, and opportunities for education training beyond the classroom. Okay, so this is these will be answered as we go through this video that we're watching right now. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to figure out what are the pathways. So from our seminar and activity 1, we should be able to map out our courses for the rest of high school. So the way you do that is you can go to My Blueprint, okay, and you go to post-secondary planner. So when I'm in here, go to home, and I'm going to post-secondary planner. And then once I'm in here, I've got 4 different options of what I can do after high school. I can go straight to the workplace. I can do an apprenticeship, generally for trades. I can do a college program, or I can do a university program. Okay, so when we go in there, we're going to read the descriptions of each of the different 4 pathways: apprenticeships, college, university, and workplace, and we're going to choose which of those pathways is most appealing to me. And this might be, I don't want to go to university because it's just there's too many years of school. I only want to do a couple years and then get right into the workforce. You might say, I want to go straight into an apprenticeship so I can start making money as I'm doing my training. I don't want to do any of those. I want to go right to the workplace and start making money right now. Okay, so you can select this pathway, and you can explain why it is you want to use that pathway. Okay. Once you're in that pathway, let's do this one. So we're going to do elementary teacher for university. So we're going to go back to my pathways, university programs, elementary teacher. Okay, so we did this in our careers, right? So now, once we've put that in, we're going to choose those 3 potential careers. We're going to put them in here. We're going to put the pathway that we need, and then we got to look up the qualifications and the high school prerequisites. Okay, and the way that we're going to do that, we're going to look up these entrance requirements is we're going to go in there, Bachelor of Education, elementary school teacher. And when we come down here, we're going to go look at admissions requirements. This is exactly what I have to get into the program that I need to get the Bachelor of Education I need to become an elementary school teacher. Okay? So once we have that information, we're going to put the qualification that I have to get to become an elementary school teacher is I have to get a Bachelor of Arts in Educational Studies, Bachelor of Education. Okay? That's what I've got to get for my qualification. I got to get you that Bachelor of Arts, bachelor's degree. In order to get into that bachelor's degree program, what high school prerequisites am I going to need? And here I'll see it. I'm going to need my grade 12 English plus 5 university level or university college level courses. I've got to get 80s in those courses. That's the minimum requirements I've got to get into that program. So 1 English, 5 additional is 6. Grade 12 M or U courses. The one that's mandatory is that English for U1. Okay, so I've got to do that for 3 separate careers. Okay, then what you're going to do is once you have that, you're going to fill in all of your courses for the rest of high school. And you're going to do that in your high school planner. So you're going to go to My Blueprint. Back to Home, High School Planner. And you're going to come in here. So for that grade 12, I needed grade 12 English. I'm going to add that English in. And it was, remember, it was for you. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Add to course plan. And there, it's being added. Okay? And then I knew for my other ones that I needed 5 more M or U courses. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick courses that I like for grade 12. So I'm going to add that course, kind of like phys ed, but there's no U, there's one U, so I can take this one, exercise science, and that would be added because it's got to be U or M. So you're going to add those prerequisites to your planner, okay? And that's what you're going to do in activity 2.3. You have to do that for grade 11 as well. Then we're going to go to how many credits do we need to graduate from high school. I've put on here diploma requirements. You can click on that, and it tells you exactly what it is you have to do to graduate. Okay? So you're going to answer that. In addition to those courses, what other requirements? Was there stuff that's not in the mandatory stuff that I have to fulfill? You can find that through when you're looking at your occupation. Let's do that through education. Post-secondary. Go back to that elementary school teacher. Okay. Remember this, if there was any additional requirements that were needed, we will add those in there as well. Okay, so any of those other requirements you must fulfill. Okay. In any case, you're going to answer these questions about how you're going to get whatever it is you've got to get done in high school done for that. Name 10 common extracurriculars. So if I'm saying that I want to be a phys ed teacher, okay, I need to be getting involved with extracurricular activities that get me involved in phys ed and help me. Because when you do your university or your other program applications, they're going to give you a supplementary form where you have to show things that you did that weren't just school, and that will help you on your entrance requirements to get into those programs. Okay, so if you want to be a plumber or something in the trades, you need to be doing extracurricular activities that will help when you're applying for your apprenticeship or your college program or whatever that might be. Okay. Activity 3, we're going to choose 2 of the following programs. Okay, we're going to research OUAP, AP program, co-op, SHISM, or IB program. Okay, you can use the textbook, the careers textbook, or you can use the websites. I put links to all of them here. And you are going to research 3 of those programs, 2 of them, and you're going to answer these questions about them. So you can choose AP and OUAP. You're going to put OUAP here, do the what, who, where, when, what, and then do AP here, what, who, when, where, what, and you're going to fill in that information. Then you're going to do this goal setting activity. So you can go to the goal section of My Blueprint. Goal setting. You can read this bit on SMART goals. Okay. I've also put an article here if you want to go into more details on how to set SMART goals. I put an article there. But you're basically going to read this and you're going to add some goals to your My Blueprint. Okay. So you can select Add Goal. You have to. This is key. I want 2 short-term, 2 medium-term, and 2 long-term goals added to My Blueprint in order to fulfill Activity 4. Okay? And that's the end of the unit. Okay? So what you're being marked on, you're going to get marked on this Pathways assignment, the prerequisites assignment that you need to get to those programs, the additional requirements questions, and the goal setting. Okay? So those are what I will be marking you on. All right? And if you've got any questions for that, just let me know.